My child, listen. You may feel far from me right now, distant, disconnected, maybe even ashamed. Maybe you're looking at your life, at the decisions you've made, the places you've ended up, and wondering if it's too late to come home. But I want you to hear this clearly. You are not too far gone. Not now, not ever. There is no distance too great, no mistake too deep, no failure too final that I cannot reach you. My love does not have limits. My grace does not run dry, and my arms have never once closed to you. Even in your silence, I've heard you. Even in your hiding, I've seen you. Even when you turned away, I never left. You may have walked away from me, but I've never stopped walking toward you. I know how heavy the shame can be. I know what it feels like when guilt lingers and voices from the past keep whispering, "You're beyond saving. You've done too much. You're not worthy anymore." But those voices are not mine. They lie to you. I would never speak condemnation over you. I would never call you worthless. I would never define you by your worst moment. You are not what happened to you. You are not what you did. You are not the pain, the addiction, the mistake, the label. You are mine, and I'm calling you back. I'm not standing at a distance, arms folded, waiting for you to fix yourself. I'm not demanding that you get everything right before I'll receive you. That's not who I am. I'm the shepherd who leaves the 99 to find the one. I'm the father who runs toward the prodigal son. I'm the healer who touches the outcast, the friend who stays through the darkest hour, the savior who died so you wouldn't have to carry the weight of your sin. You believed you had to clean yourself up before coming back to me. But the truth is, you come to me so I can clean you, heal you, restore you. You've believed your past has disqualified you from purpose. But the truth is, I specialize in redemption stories. My child, nothing is wasted with me. Not even the years you think were lost. Not the nights filled with tears. Not the roads you shouldn't have taken. Not even the silence when you pushed me away. I was there, every moment, not watching to judge, but watching to rescue, waiting for the moment when your heart would whisper, "I want to come home." That moment is now. You may feel unworthy, but you were never called because of your worth. You were called because of my love. You may feel broken, but it's in brokenness that I do my most beautiful work. I don't use perfect people. I use real people, people with scars, people who've fallen, people who've been through pain and got back up, not by their strength, but by mine. Your story isn't over. This isn't the ending. It's a turning point. I know what you've done. I know what you carry. I know what people have said about you. But I also know the truth about who you really are. The you I created. The you I see when all the shame is peeled away. And I want to restore that person. Let me. I'm not asking you for perfection. I'm not asking you to pretend. I just want your heart. Honest, humble, open. That's where healing begins. Let go of the idea that you failed beyond repair. You haven't. You are not the only one who has wandered. Many have. But when they turned, they found me running toward them. Not in anger, but with compassion. And I will do the same for you. Let me lead you back. You don't have to map the whole journey. You just have to take the next step, and I will be there. Guiding, strengthening, speaking, comforting. Let me help you silence the voices of shame that tell you you're too far. Let me break the chains of addiction and regret that keep pulling you down. Let me walk you out of the darkness and into peace, freedom, and forgiveness. Do you think I loved you only when you were doing well? I loved you in your best moments, yes, but I loved you just as much in your worst, because my love doesn't shift with your performance. It is fixed, final, unmovable. You were worth the cross. You were worth the suffering. I didn't lay down my life so that you could live in fear, buried in regret. I came so you could be free. Let the past go. I already paid for it. Let the guilt fall. I already carried it. Let the shame dissolve. I already took it from you. You don't have to carry it anymore. I want you to imagine it now. Imagine laying down that heavy burden you've been dragging. Imagine breathing without shame wrapping around your chest. Imagine feeling clean again, soul deep. Imagine being able to say, I'm not proud of what I did, but I'm not stuck, is what I offer you today. It's not a trick. It's not religious performance. It's not earned through rituals. It's a gift, freely given, completely undeserved, and offered to you right now. You've been running, but not away from me. You've been running toward the moment your heart could finally rest. And this is that moment. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to perform. I'm not here to measure your worth. I already chose you. I already called you. I already see your value. Even if the whole world turned its back, I wouldn't. Even if no one believes in you anymore, I still do. I believe in the person I created you to be. I believe in the healing I can do in your heart. I believe in the story still waiting to unfold. Come back to me. Come back not as a servant afraid of punishment, but as a child, welcomed, wanted, loved. Come back and let me wash your wounds, restore your peace, rebuild your hope. It's not too late. It never was, and it never will be. Not with me. You are not disqualified. You are not too far gone. You are not out of reach. You are not unlovable. You are not rejected. You are not forgotten. You are loved. You are chosen. You are invited. You are mine. Let me walk with you now. Let me take your hand. Let me silence the voices of guilt. Let me fill your heart with truth. Let me show you how wide, how long, how high, and how deep my love really is. There's nothing you can do to make me love you less. There's nothing you can do to earn more of my love. It's already full. It's already poured out. It's already yours. So, will you trust me? Will you let go of the fear and come home? Not to judgment, not to rejection, but to arms wide open, to grace, to peace, to rest. You've wandered, yes, but I've been waiting, not with disappointment, but with joy, because every step you take toward me is a step into freedom. Let this be your turning point. Let this be your moment. Let this be the day shame loses its grip and love takes its place. You are not too far gone. Come home, my child. Let me lead you back. You're still listening. That means your heart hasn't closed. That means you still want to believe there's hope, and there is. More than you can imagine. Let's talk, just you and me, not the version of you others expect, not the one who smiles when your heart aches. I want the real you, the version that's tired of running, of doubting, of pretending you're okay when you're not. You've carried a lot, haven't you? The weight of regret, the echo of past decisions, the things you wish you could undo, the people you lost, the things you lost, the person you feel you've become, and yet, here you are, listening, reaching, still hoping. That in itself is holy. That, my child, is where I begin. There are so many voices in your life, voices from your past, voices of fear, voices of failure, even voices that wore my name but didn't speak with my heart, and maybe you believed them. Maybe you were told you had to be good enough to be loved by me. Maybe someone used religion as a weapon instead of a door to healing. Maybe you were judged, not embraced. Maybe people gave up on you. And somewhere along the way, you assumed I had too. But let me make something very clear. I have never given up on you. Not for a second. Not when you doubted. Not when you ran. Not when you fell again and again. Not even when you convinced yourself that conditional. It doesn't hinge on your performance. It isn't weakened by your failures. It isn't withdrawn when you fall short. It is constant, steady, unshaken. And I want to speak to that part of you that's grown quiet, the part that wonders if it's too late, the part that's afraid to try again, the part that doesn't know how to come back. Come just as you are. You don't have to explain everything. You don't have to make a speech. You don't even have to feel strong. Just open your heart, even a little, and I'll do the rest. You've believed for too long that you need to be fixed before you can be loved. But I love you now, not some future version of you, not the improved version. I love the version of you that's listening right now, the one who's bruised but still breathing, unsure but still seeking. That's the real you. That's the one I came for. When I gave my life, I didn't do it for perfect people. I did it for the weary, the broken, the ones who didn't know how to make it back to me. I gave my life so that nothing could separate you from my love. Not sin, not shame, not the pit you think you fell into. I descended into every dark place to pull you out. Not to shame you, but to save you. You were worth it. Yes, even with your past. Yes, even with your doubts. Yes, even with everything you think disqualifies you. Your wounds are not too deep. Your story is not too messy. Your questions are not too dangerous. I already know it all, and I still say, come home. Let's leave behind the voices that say you're not enough. Let's silence the fear that says you've gone too far. Let's break the chains of comparison, of pressure, of self-condemnation. Because that's not the life I designed for you. You were made for freedom. You were made for peace. You were made to walk with me, not in fear, but in love. Let's rewrite the narrative, not by pretending the past didn't happen, but by redeeming it. Every chapter, every scar, every silent night, I can use it all. You see failure, I see a future. You see a mess, I see a masterpiece. You see rubble, I see a foundation for something stronger than ever before. You don't have to stay where you are. You don't have to keep punishing yourself. You don't have to keep pretending everything's okay. Let me in. Let me bring you back to peace. Let me remind you who you really are. You're not a failure. You're a fighter. You're not worthless. You are wonderfully made. You're not rejected. You are relentlessly pursued. I've watched you struggle in silence. I've seen you stare at the ceiling, wondering if there's more to life than this. I've heard the whispered prayers you didn't think anyone could hear. God, are you still there? Do you still want me? Can I ever come back from this? Yes, yes, and yes. I've never stopped being here, even when you stopped feeling me. I've never stopped wanting you, even when you doubted yourself. And yes, you can come back. Not only that, I'll walk every step with you. Let me rebuild what was broken. Let me breathe life into what feels dead. Let me restore your hope, not with empty promises, but with real, tangible peace that floods your heart like morning light. You don't need to know all the answers. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to trust that I'm not done with you. The world may say it's over, but I say, we're just getting started. You still have purpose. You still have a future. You still have something only you can bring to this world. You don't have to chase approval. You already have mine. You don't have to wear a mask to earn acceptance. You don't have to hide your wounds. You don't have to apologize for being in process. I see you, the real you, and I'm not leaving. I know the journey back feels long. I know shame whispers, don't bother. I know doubt says, you'll never change. But I'm here to tell you, shame is a liar. Doubt is not your master, and change is possible when you walk with me. I have helped the vilest, the broken, the lost, the outcast, and I've turned them into vessels of hope. Why would you think I would turn you away? Your story isn't too dark. Your sin isn't too big. Your heart isn't too hardened. One whisper from your soul, and I come running, because love always runs toward the one it loves. And I love you, not the filtered version of you, not the cleaned up version of you, right now, just like this. Let go of the belief that says it's too late. Let go of the idea that says I've made too many mistakes. Let go of the lie that says I'm beyond. You never were. Because my love doesn't have a limit. I went to the cross knowing every part of your story, and I said, they're worth it. I still say it now. Let me walk with you from this moment forward. Let me teach you how to rest. Let me lead you beside still waters and restore your soul. Let me show you how beautiful grace truly is. You are not too far gone. You're just far enough to realize you need me. And that realization, that's not weakness. That's the beginning of restoration. You're not disqualified by what happened. You're positioned for a comeback. I still have work for you to do, people to love, wounds to help heal, joy to experience, peace to live in. And it begins now. Not when you're perfect, not when everything makes sense. Now, in this moment of surrender. Now, in this whisper of hope. Let this be your return, not just to faith, but to me. I'm not angry with you. I'm not disappointed. I'm not counting your wrongs. I'm counting the days until you finally see what I've always seen in you. You are my beloved. Come home. Let me lead you back. You made it here, and I want you to know something very important. You are already on your way back. You've heard the whispers of truth. You've felt something move inside you. You've leaned in, even just a little. And that's all I needed. You may think it's small, but it's not. A single step toward me is a giant leap in heaven's eyes. Because I know what it cost you just to begin again. I know what you've fought through. I know how long the silence lasted, and yet, here you are, still listening, still open, still reaching. That alone is a miracle. The enemy wants you to believe you're still stuck, but I see movement. I see softening. I see a heart that is finally willing to be held, and I want to hold you, not with conditions, not with judgment, but with compassion that doesn't end. There's no penalty waiting for you, no punishment around the corner. You've punished yourself long enough. I didn't come to crush you. I came to carry you. You don't need to live with that guilt anymore. You don't need to replay the past like a broken film. You don't need to hold yourself hostage to what you once were. Because I already paid for it all. Yes, all of it. The lies, the mistakes, the hurt you caused, the hurt you received, the choices you made when you didn't know how to choose better, the years you drifted, the days you numbed yourself, the people you disappointed, the wounds you tried to hide. I paid for it. because I never wanted you to carry that weight. That's why I took the cross. Not because you were perfect, not because you could earn my love, but because you were worth loving even when you didn't love yourself. And you still are. My love hasn't changed since the day I formed you in the secret place. My plans for you haven't changed either. You haven't missed your moment. You haven't ruined your calling. I'm not holding your past over your head. I'm holding your future in my hands, and it's brighter than you can imagine. You may not feel ready. That's okay. You may still feel unsure. That's okay too. But readiness has never been a requirement for redemption. Openness has, and your heart is opening even now. I'm restoring things inside you that you didn't know could be restored. I'm healing the places that were numb. I'm silencing the lies that once felt louder than truth. I'm reigniting dreams you thought had died, because I'm not just leading you back, I'm leading you forward. Forward into joy, forward into clarity, forward into purpose, forward into a peace that doesn't depend on your circumstances. There will be days when you still feel the pull of the past. That's okay. Just don't live there anymore. When those voices come, the ones that say you'll never change, that remind you of what you used to be, bring them to me. Let me speak louder. Not who you were. Let me remind you are being made new, not overnight, not in an instant, but steadily, powerfully, beautifully. The journey may be slow at times, but every step is progress. Every small moment of trust is building something eternal. Every time you choose hope over shame, you're aligning more with the person I created you to be. And oh, what a beautiful future I've prepared for you. A future where your scars become stories. A future where your testimony gives life to others. A future where you can walk freely, no longer carrying the chains of your past. And no, this doesn't mean everything will be easy. There will still be trials. There will still be temptations. But the difference is, you won't be facing them alone. I will walk with you. I will fight for you. I will speak when your words run out. I will hold you when your knees buckle. And I will restore you again and again until you are whole. You're going to laugh again with your whole heart. You're going to wake up with purpose again. You're going to love yourself in a way you never have before, because you'll see yourself the way I've always seen you. Not as damaged, not as a disappointment, but as a child. My child. I'm so proud of you. Not just for surviving, but for choosing to come back, for letting yourself believe again, for having the courage to say, I want more, because that desire, that was never from you alone. I planted it, I nurtured it, and I'm bringing it to life. I know there will be moments ahead where you question yourself. That's okay. When you do, come back to this truth. You are mine. You belong. You're covered. You're chosen. You are being led by a love that never fails. And if you stumble, I'll lift you. If you forget what's true, I'll remind you. If you run again, I'll still pursue you. Because I don't give up on people. I don't withdraw when you mess up. I don't walk away when it gets hard. I stay. I restore. I resurrect what others gave up on. And I see so much life still inside you. You're not done. You're not ruined. You're not broken beyond repair. You're in process. You're healing. You're coming back to the truth. And the truth is, you are deeply, endlessly, relentlessly loved. Not because you deserve it, not because you've earned it, but because I am love, and you were created to receive it. And I want you to receive it now. Not just hear it, but really let it in. Let it melt away the numbness. Let it challenge the lies. Let it begin the rebuilding. You've spent so much of your life trying to prove you were enough, to others, to yourself, sometimes even to me. But you don't need to prove anything anymore. You're already enough because you are mine. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you. No place I wouldn't go to find you. No shame I wouldn't erase to free you. And no future I wouldn't prepare just to see you flourish. So now, breathe. Let this be the start of your return. Not to religion, not to performance, but to relationship. Let this be the beginning of peace. Let this be the first day you stop running. Let this be the day you finally feel safe again. Not because everything makes sense, but because you're no longer walking alone. You're walking with me now, and we will walk forward together. No more hiding, no more pretending, no more punishing yourself for where you've been. It's time to live again, to laugh again, to dream again, to hope again. Let me be your guide. Let me be your refuge. Let me be your savior, not just in name, but in experience. I know the way home, and I'll never stop leading you there, step by step, day by day, grace upon grace, until you can say, not in fear, but with joy, I was lost, but now I'm found. Welcome home, my child. You are not too far gone. You never were. Let's begin again, together.